Hello my friends, all the friends of Cosmic Agency. I am Gosia. Today I'm making this video, short video, as a support and extension and a push for the video that Swaruu just made very recently with the support, with the inspiration of Nai'shara. And this video is about the warning about the disclosure. What could happen? This is a theory that was developed by Nai'shara at one of their councils. It is not a prediction. This is very important to note that this is not a prediction. We are not saying this is going to happen. In fact, we don't like predictions. They don't like predictions. It's not how it works. The reality is so much more complex and multi-layered for that to be so simple. The predictions of the future don't work that way. But that's another topic. So this is not a prediction. This was developed by Nai'shara just by connecting dots, looking at what's happening and looking at possible scenarios. So I'm just going to summarize what she said, and please share this video and share Mari's video. It seems that the Cabal, is preparing some sort of false alien invasion. We are not saying it will happen. The Cabal, as they always say, always has many cards on the table, and they are always adjusting their next move depending on a lot of factors. So this is not something that will happen. It might, but a lot of factors do indicate that it might indeed happen. And if it does happen, we don't know how. No one really knows in what way they could evolve the situation. But now, and this is where the danger comes in, what they could do is something similar to what happened in the last 2-3 years with the papaya situation, which means there was an official medical governmental version of what was happening, and everything else was censored. Only their truth was imposed upon the public. They have created this official narrative of what it is that is happening according to their ideas imposed upon the population of what is happening, and they had a lot at their disposal to push that narrative and continue on with that. They had media, they had a lot of other resources to cement that official narrative in the perception of the people. They started censoring everything, as you know, and were pushing more and more fear upon the people. And of course, with the created fear, for the protection of the citizens, they started to impose all these different mandates and laws, regulations, restrictions, and of course people were falling for and following all these different laws because they were afraid and they believed the official narrative. And everything that was alternative was ridiculed, censored. People were treated really bad. They felt very impotent about the situation. They were just not heard. Their truth was not heard. So now imagine that situation, the papaya, which is a code word, is substituted here for the extraterrestrials. They might create some kind of a scenario, details of which we don't know at this point, that will create fear, some type of a fear in the perception of the people. And with that as a base, they might turn into applying all sorts of restrictions and, above all, censorship of other alternative points of view and truths like ours about the extraterrestrial matter. So they're going to be imposing just their official disclassifications and truths about the extraterrestrials and censoring everything else that comes out and that is around. So it will not only be controlled by them, as we always say, controlled disclosure, but it will be the only type of disclosure that might be allowed for the public to accept and to depend on. Only they will have the truth, just like it was in the past 2-3 years. Only they had the absolute ultimate truth about what's happening. And as Mari here explains, and Nai'shara here explains, they might especially target the Starseeds, because it is the Starseeds who have the information, whether from their memories, channeling, contacts, that have information about the extraterrestrial reality. They might start targeting those, and especially those who are claiming and declaring themselves to be extraterrestrials. So they might start go after them, go after us, because we are included in this group, trying to silence them, silence us, neutralize us in some way, and all in the name of protecting the members of the human society against this alien threat or whatever. Only they will have the right to say and to explain to the people what's going on with the extraterrestrials, who they are, and what the truth is. And this way, they found a perfect way to control the Starseeds. Because remember, they fear the Starseeds. The Starseeds are huge creators of reality. Whether you feel it about yourself or not, you are. That's what you are. And you are powerful, and they know it. And they will do anything at their power to silence them, to silence those who work against them. So now the more people know about this as a possible plan that they might be implementing here in our society, the more people know, the better. This is the way to counteract, to disarm this possible plan. Some people might say, talking about this, manifest this as a reality. Well, yes, that's usually how things work, but not always, and not everything can be explained away just by that. Because when you see something possible brewing, when you talk about this, when you bring this to the people's attention, this something is already in the public eye. People are aware. And this way, the Cabal cannot just spring upon the people this type of plan, because people were already warned. They know. So they wouldn't be able to get away with that easily. People will be prepared and will anticipate the movement of the Cabal. We always should, if possible, anticipate the Cabal's movement, so then we are prepared. So share the video, talk about this with your friends, with your families, and in your groups, in your social media. Let the world know that you are aware of this possibility. Let them, the Cabal itself, know that you are aware of this possible plan, and that you don't appreciate wanting to be silenced, and you will not. Let them know that you are not afraid, that you are powerful, that you know what you know, and that we will not be silenced in any way. With that, it might deactivate the Cabal's plan, if indeed it is in the cards here, in their plans. They might then turn into another plan, but well, this is for now what we see, what Nai'shara and Swaruu see as a potential situation, connecting the dots, okay, and looking at what happened in the past 2-3 years. This is a good indication of how they operate. So share the video. Thank you very much for watching, and never be afraid of anything in general. Thank you very much. Until the next time.